everybody. Happy Friday. We are at the end of the week. So you just got a few more hours left of work and then maybe you can play this weekend, right? So get out there and enjoy, do something fun for yourself. So I know it's a beautiful day here in LA, so I'm excited to have some fun this weekend. And today we are going to talk about old dog, new tricks. Good morning, Brooklyn. Nice to see you. Good morning, everybody. And, regardless of how old we are, we can always learn something new, right? Good morning, Connie. Good morning, Dawn. Hi, Kiko. Nice to see you. Good morning, Jeffrey. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Nice to see everybody coming in. Hi, Pat. Good morning. And there's Kelly. Kelly is here. Hi, Eater. Good morning. So, in the new laws of LA, at least, you can't really have straws. Like, you have to ask for a straw now. They don't just give it to you. And so I made the move to paper straws. And look at this. They're gold. I found really pretty gold ones. So I was very excited about that. All right, everybody. So old dog, new tricks. You know, a lot of us, we have our habits. We have our routine. Things need to be a certain way. Maybe you pick the same parking spot over and over. You want the same place at the restaurant. You always order the same thing. You know, you are a creature of habit. Well, old dog, new tricks. We got to mix it up. We got to kind of move outside our comfort zone, right? Good morning, Kara. Because when we are so connected to routine, we will actually keep repeating the same cycle over and over without really exploring or expanding ourselves. So when we can allow ourselves to be open to new things, trying something new on the menu, parking in a different spot, allowing yourself to be introduced into new groups, new people, new hobbies, this is really going to give you back a little bit of spark, right? Thank you, Lee. Yeah, for anybody who got to see the show last night, so much fun with Joshua John, and we had a really great time with the callers. Good morning, Nicole. But ask yourself, are you stuck inside your comfort zone, right? Are you stuck inside the routine that you've created? You know, is your regimen always the same? And ask yourself, are you happy with that? Do you feel really comfortable? Do you feel solid where you are? If so, fantastic. But if there's an urge for something more and you don't even know what that is, start with new tricks. Start with trying something new that doesn't feel quite as comfortable, right? Go up and just have a conversation with someone, even if they're a stranger, right? And explore new activities and allow your creative mind to play a little bit. Allow yourself an opportunity to have some joy in the new experience, because you might be surprised how it opens the door for a new opportunity, or it opens the door to show you a purpose that you didn't even know was there, or to show you a passion that you've got that was hidden, that you had buried, that you had forgotten about, right? Good morning, Jason. Good morning, Georgianne. So when we can say, no matter how old we are, we're going to try something new. We are going to open ourselves up to something new. That's going to give us a chance to explore more about ourselves. Gives us this beautiful gift of going deeper within and also connecting on the outside. Because so many of us, what happens is you get so stuck. I mean, I do too, right? We get stuck in what we're used to over and over and over. So when we even think about trying something new, it becomes overwhelming. We may get a little anxious about it. We may talk ourselves out of it. But when we can say, you know what? I'm flexible. I'm what's that called? The gummy guy. What's the green gummy guy called? Oh my goodness. The older ones are gonna know what I mean. That stretchy gummy. Good morning, Amber. See, Kelly, I'm glad you're connecting. But when we can stretch ourselves, it will actually. Oh, it's Gumby. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. It shows you when I grew up between gummy bears and Gumby. But when we can say, hey, wait a second, I'm not done learning. I'm not done exploring. I'm not done trying new things in my life. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine who may step forward, what friends you may meet, what new relationships you may create, what inner joy you may bring to yourself simply by saying, okay, I don't know where it's going to go, but I'm going to jump in. Good morning, Rose. So looking at ourselves, looking at where we get stuck, looking at why we get a little paralyzed with the thought of taking that leap of faith, taking that jump, taking that next step, taking a step somewhere. Because in some way, in some area, there's probably a good chance most of us are playing it safe in some area. So if you know it's one particular area, take a moment, take a breath and say, what can I do to change this? Right? What can I do? Because again, in that regimen, over and over and over, you're going to limit what the universe is going to bring to you, right? Because we have free will. But if our free will is kind of closed down, right, because it's one thing after the other, then it's going to be a little more difficult for the possibilities and opportunities to step forward. But when we can jump and explore and get ourselves out there and try a new activity or a hobby or training, play with your hands, draw something, write something, create, sew, the art of sewing and crocheting and all of these, whatever it is for you, go work on a car. I put windshield wiper fluid in the car the other day, and I felt so good just knowing how to do that and not relying on taking it to a mechanic, just to open up the hood, open it up, make sure I got the right little space. And it's little things, but being able to say, I'm gonna go ahead and warm up these wings here. They get a little rusty, right? Your wings get a little rusty. So when you give yourself an opportunity to oil them up and spread them, you'd be surprised at how far they can spread, because there are no limitations except for those we place upon ourselves. The universe hasn't placed limitations upon you. Only you have placed them upon yourself. And I know you may feel that it's circumstances or limitations, but I'm telling you, whatever we feel we are limited by is something we have told ourselves. Okay? It's something the universe is not telling you. In fact, the universe is telling you quite the opposite. That's why you get that nudge. That's why you get that inspiration. There must be something more. I feel like I should be making a difference. I feel like I want something new. I'm a little bored. I don't know why. All of these, if you have any of these thoughts or feelings, then get out there and say, okay, I'm going to do it. So, it's all of us, right? You're welcome, you guys. I'm glad you guys can relate, right? Because, I do believe that it's these things that all of us do go through. And it's different things for different people. We may think someone is so adventurous and has it all together, yet they may have limitations in an area of their life that we are unaware of. And so when we can be graceful to others and loving to ourselves, really, honestly, the possibilities out there are just so plentiful, right? They want you to fly. They want you to be this amazing being that you already are. You just don't acknowledge it yet, right? All of us, right? All of us has something more. A little more we could do, a little more we can be, a little happy or joy that we could bring into our lives simply by just stretching ourselves ever so, right? I'm not saying you have to get out there and do a 180, but get out there and just try a little nudge and see how you go. And here's the thing, something is so uncomfortable until you do it over and over. When you repeat it, when it becomes practice, when you commit to it, you will actually become more comfortable with it. You will build your confidence with it. And sometimes we're so afraid to try things because we're not feeling confident. You know, oh, I don't want to go take that dance class because I'm going to look silly. You know, I had someone say they didn't want to take a class because they felt a little heavy. It's like, well, get in there anyway. Own that beautiful self. Own it. And when we can say, hey, I may not be perfect at this. I may not even know what I'm doing. I may not be Picasso when I go to the wine and canvas class, but you know what? I'm going to get out there and have some fun. And really, when we set that intention for fun and joy, then you might just be surprised at the results that you get. And maybe through practice, you get a little better at it. Maybe you don't, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're not good at something. It doesn't matter. As long as it brings you joy, right? Then aren't you excelling at it? Aren't you amazing at it? Right? Because that's the goal. The goal is to bring us balance and joy and love, right? So, yeah, exactly. Perfect in our imperfections. I mentioned that, I think, in another coffee with Colby. So it's so true, Rose. Absolutely. And through this, everybody, through this, you know, take this weekend and get out there and try something new. You know, for most of us, the weather's getting a little better, right? But even if it isn't, even if it's a rainy day or so, I'm sure that you can find an activity or something out there for yourself to do. Maybe it's some automatic writing that you can try. Maybe it is trying that new class or getting out there and spending some time in nature. But whatever it is, find something that stretches you a bit. If you have one particular parking spot, I want you to choose a different parking spot. That's the first step. I'm telling you, that can be harder than it seems sometimes. So stretch yourselves outside, right? Give it a go and enjoy it, all right? So tomorrow night in LA, I am working with Joshua John. We have an event here in Los Angeles. So we've got a few seats left. So please, 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 if you're in the area, come out and join us. You really, really don't want to miss it. So anyhow, Mallory, no, you can't park right next to it. A bigger stretch than that. All right, there you go, you guys. I want you to have a beautiful weekend, and thank you for all the shares, and thank you for all the beautiful comments. Remember, you are limitless, okay? Old dog, new tricks. You got this. Have fun, everybody. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye, everybody.